Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is going to do Naruto Chapter 592 review. Before I get started, I do want to say Happy 4th of July, and of course, Joey Chestnut, once again, consuming massive amount of hot dogs, 68 hot dogs. Wow, okay, bro, okay, so, yeah, I saw that. But yeah, that being said, for this chapter of Naruto, Edo Tensei Madara, no. Tobi, fuck yes. Bro, yes. Sasuke, where are you going? Sasuke Uchiha, where are you going? Straight up. So, that being said, let me do the brief summary of this chapter. Now, this chapter is broken down into 3 sections. The Sasuke stuff, the Edo Tensei Madara stuff, and the Tobi stuff. The Tobi stuff, I'm loving. Why? Because I was right. Well, I was right, but not full-blown right. So let me explain, alright? Well, let me explain later on. Now, this chapter starts off, and it's Sasuke, alright? And Sasuke is just, he's thinking about a lot of stuff. It's really not important. And then he says, what am I? I'm like, dude, you're an Avenger. Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, you're an Avenger, right? Kill the fuckers who destroyed your clan. That's simple, Sasuke. It's not like, oh my god. Kill him, restore the clan, alright? And he's like, what am I? At the ceiling, like, what am I? Nissan! And then all of a sudden we see rocks crumble down, and then Sasuke dodges, and then here comes Jugo and Suigetsu. And this, I knew that they were coming. I knew for a fact that they were coming. And if you're going to ask the question, well, how they figured it out that Sasuke was in this cave, Jugo has the birds. They probably told him, we saw these two go that way. So, obviously, enough said. And then we get to the Edo Tensei Madara stuff. And this was kind of like, what? I was like, are you serious? Because Edo Tensei Madara, he says right here, this interference has made me lose interest. I suppose it's about time I went to collect the Nine Tails. Are you kidding me? What? Here's the thing, alright? He lost interest because apparently people who see the perfect Susanoo, they die. I mean, I have no idea how in the past he was able to generate enough power and chakra to summon the perfect Susanoo. However, he did apparently, and usually when they saw perfect Susanoo, they died. Usually when people see perfect Susanoo, they die. And the thing is that he's kind of pissed off that the interference of the Susanoo disappearing because he was about to escape into the world of the dead. He's mad about that, and now he's like, okay, I'm not gonna fight you guys anymore. I'm like, are you serious, Madara? What? He wants to leave. Oh, and by the way, I did notice how Madara's skin, it's not cracked. It's not damaged. He looks like a full, because he has the Rinnegan. So it's hard for me to tell if the outside of his pupils are dark, like the Edo Tensei normally have. So I don't know. But as of right now, I'm assuming that Madara is in fact a living person. That's what I'm assuming. I'm not too sure. But it appears to me that Madara is in fact a living person. Like he lives and breathes like normal people. Though he may be still immortal and not age. Which is kind of really unfair. So, I'm just saying. Really unfair, but I still like it. I still like the fact that he's still there in this war. It's just that, dude, you gotta kill a Kage. You have to kill a Kage. Please, just one. One Kage. And then what happens is that Inoki has a flashback of Naruto about, oh my god, like, we'll take care of Madara, you leave. And then Tsuchikage is like, no, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere, man. And then Madara looks at him, and he's like, so ugly. And I was like, okay. And that's the entire Madara section right there. Madara, do not leave. You can leave after you kill one Kage. One, alright? As of right now, the only 3 Kages that can be killed are Inoki, Raikage, and Mizukage. Tsunade, unfortunately, has plot armor, as does Gaara. So, it's like, what the fuck? Because Dan said, Tsunade, Don't die! Plot armor! Like, fuck, alright? So, it's not fair. It's not fair, because, in all honesty, she should be dead, alright? And in fact, I'm not too sure how much chakra Dan gave her, but if she suffers no drawback from getting stabbed, from getting cloned by Motone Madara clones in Susanoo, and she suffers no drawback because Dan gave her enough chakra, that's bullshit. That is bullshit. Now, the next portion of this is the best portion, in my opinion, by far, which is the Tobi, Naruto, Kakashi, and Might Guy fight. And by the way, I noticed how in this chapter is set up the way the majority of the chapters in this war should have been set up. Where we see each panel, or there's some panels where it goes back and forth between fights. That's the way we should have seen the whole entire Itachi, Kabuto thing, and then the Madara clones, and so on and so forth. So, this chapter is actually set up fairly well, good pacing in this chapter. But basically, the Tobi stuff is like, okay, well, Tobi's gotta get serious, and here's where I'm right, but kind of wrong. Now, what happens here is that he has, and we see him summon, and he summons up the gore that holds the souls of Gikaku and Ikkaku. And what happens is that he's going to use the gourd to bring back, or he's going to use the gourd in order to have the souls of these two brothers that have QB's chakra. And with this chakra, he's going to summon an imperfect 10-tailed Jinchuriki. That to me is epic, okay? That is awesome. That is awesome without a doubt. Now, the 10 tails would have been complete or in my opinion, the 10 tails would have been complete had he had Killer Bee's 8-tail ox. Now, I'm assuming that each of the brothers are substitutes for both the 8 tails and the 10 tails. And the 9 tails. That's what I'm assuming. Otherwise, you could have summoned the 10 tails, even imperfect, if there was no 8 tails or 9 tails. So, they are substituting Killer Bee and Naruto, which was their main function in the entire story. I knew that since day one, when they were revealed to have the chakra of the 9 tails. I knew that Tobi was going to somehow use them in order to substitute for the 10 tails instead of Naruto. So, and I'm liking that. I'm liking that. So right now, he's like, you know what? Screw this. Even though you're imperfect, you're still going to have immense power. And then he does the hand seal like, yeah, 10 tails. And I am hyped for the 10 tails. I want to see what it looks like. Because the 10 tails we saw in that one flashback, it looked really, really, I guess the word is, it looked really like, it wasn't threatening. Yeah, it wasn't threatening. It had like a weird ass Rinnegan / Sharingan combo, and then it looked like, I don't know, it wasn't a threat. It didn't look like it was all that powerful, or it didn't look that beastly. So yeah, let me say it like that. It didn't look that beastly. So hopefully that was like a false image, and the real 10 tails is like some crazy ass like dragon 10-tailed like 18-headed freak of nature. All right, I'm waiting for something epic. All right, something insanely epic. So hopefully the 10 tails actually does some damage. Actually start killing dudes. All right, kill my guy. All right, just kill him. It doesn't matter. Just kill my guy for me. All right, because I like my guy, but is he that important in the story? No. So you can kill my guy. Go ahead, by all means. Now, yeah, I really want to see someone die, straight up. Like someone from Konoha. Someone important. Please. Alright, now, after this portion comes the return of Sasuke stuff. And this is where stuff gets really, really, really strange. Because what happens here is that, Jugo picks up, what's her name? Anko. And then he tells Sasuke that Orochimaru Madara is still there. So, Sasuke thinks of more stuff, which is not really important. And then Suigetsu gives him the scroll. And then Sasuke says something along the lines of, the human who knows everything. And I'm like, who? Like, what? The human that knows everything. Because apparently this scroll and Suigetsu said this, alright? With this information, Hawk can rule the world. And I was like, so you're telling me that Orochimaru, in some half-ass dungeon, in some half-ass hidden chamber, because this hidden chamber was so half-ass, alright? It was near the entrance. That's so half-ass. You're telling me that Orochimaru is gonna put a freaking hidden laboratory next to the entrance of one of his bases? What? No, that's horrible. But apparently this half-ass hidden chamber had a scroll, and this scroll has the ability to change the war or rule the world, and you're gonna tell me that Orochimaru never utilized this? Orochimaru never thought about, oh my god, wait a second, I have this scroll. This scroll's OP apparently, and I'm gonna, I don't know, no. It's just really, really, really weird. It doesn't make any sense. And then, of course, Sasuke says, I'm gonna go see Orochimaru, and I was like, so he's still alive. So Orochimaru apparently is still alive now. Really? Okay, alright. So Orochimaru is still alive, and he's saying how, and like, of course Sasuke's just like, no, you killed his ass. And then he's like, Sasuke's like, well, you know how persistent he is. He won't die that easily. I'm like, dude, he got Totsuka Blade. I'm like, what the fuck? What the heck? He got Totsuka Blade. Are you serious? So, I don't know. It's very strange with all the Sasuke shit. The El Tensei Madara shit's a no. The Tobi shit is a definite yes. I mean, absolutely. But the Sasuke shit is so weird. It's like Orochimaru's still alive apparently. Even though he got Totsuka Blade, he's still alive. I would love to see how this occurs. I would love to see how how Orochimaru is still alive. And then there is the human that knows everything portion of this. And apparently the scroll can change the world. I'm like, what is going on? So the Sasuke stuff is the most interesting stuff of this, but it's very weird. It's very weird. And don't even ask me about this human who knows everything. I have no idea. The only person I can think who actually knows everything is the Sage of Six Paths. And if he's somewhere in like some random fucking valley, it's like, what? No. Honest to God, Sasuke should be taking a detour to Konoha, in my opinion. But apparently the human that knows everything, because right now Sasuke's having doubts, he's like, the clan, the village, I'm going to see the human who knows everything. Who the fuck is this guy? I don't know. But I'm saying, it cannot be, and it shouldn't be, the Sage of Six Paths. It can be a form of sage. It can be some guru guy, fine, whatever. But, you know what? I don't know. Alright? The Sasuke stuff, I don't even know. The Edo Tensei Madara stuff is a no. The Tobi shit's a fuck yes. So overall, this chapter, I'm gonna say, the pacing was good. The information was good, yet random. You know what? Yeah, it was a good chapter. It was a good chapter of Naruto. Yeah. It was a good chapter of Naruto. Because, the last 2 weeks were like, what the fuck? So, that being said, I'll see you guys later. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day. But the 10 Tails is coming. Yo! The 10 Tails is coming. So, yeah. The human that knows everything. Who the fuck is that?